Thank you. So, okay, the first person I'm going to review the CV. Your name starts with M and your surname starts with V, okay? And your telephone number ends with 976. Yeah, it's 2976. And your email starts with M and ends with o@gmail.com. o@gmail.com starts with M and ends at o@gmail.com. So telephone number ends with 2976. Okay. So one thing I think in terms of the content of this particular CV, it looks okay content wise. But one thing in terms of formatting, right? I would say that maybe if you go to Word, go and watch my video on how to create a CV from from Word document, right? And you will see a template. I'm not sure you use any templates to do this, but to be honest, it's a good job anyway. So if you did not use a template, one thing I don't like the header anyway. So it didn't make your CV to stand out, right? So please try to use a template because you've got a lot of things here anyway. So, okay. And yeah, location, you only put London. So I would put a postcode if you don't mind anyway, because London is a big area. Or if you put a postcode and say /London, or the area, let's say you are talking about Arrow, do you get, or Woolwich or Abbeywood? Yeah, but I will either just use a postcode and then then comma London. So the profile looks good actually. So which I think is great. Like I said, one of the things, the major thing is the template that you are using, and you put the keys and I2E tools methodology, which I think is brilliant. I like the pipe because it just makes it nice and tidy anyway. So the education, I don't like how you do that anyway. So we're using a tabular form, so it doesn't. So if you can use the bullet points on that one, right, with the leadership course as well, use bullet points, that would be good. Then in terms of the work histories, right, you need to look, you need to look at those ones. There's some indentations that you need to look into, okay? So like, for instance, the last one on that, proficiency in conducting comprehensive skills and the like. So you need to kind of, remove that indent anyway. So 1 minute, let me even, sorry, 1 minute. Let's see. It's going to look like in a different format. Okay, it's the same thing anyway. So yeah, so one thing that I can also say, so also look at, what's it called? Just do a spell check on that, okay? Maybe use like Grammarly to spell check, and it will give you some of the things that you need to correct in terms of typos and everything as well. So, and another thing that I can say is there's a bit I saw. Yes. So on the one for January 2020, right? The company starts with T. The company starting with T and January 2020. And you said I engage and collaborate with. So that you need to remove I. The same thing you say I work with. So you need to remove I. So you don't need to put personal in that. So yeah, it's not, you don't require that. So that's one thing that you need to remove. Then another thing that I can say, one thing that is so good about your CV is there are a lot of buzzwords in there, which is good. Yeah. But having said that, so and you put DevOps, so that is spelled, even though it's spelled correctly, but the V is capital. You put the capital V instead of lower V. So DevOps is capital D, capital lowercase e, lowercase v, then capital O, capital O. So you need to correct that as well, okay? So, but I think it looks okay with a few adjustments. It's not that it's far off. You are very, very close anyway. So it's a good CV, okay? So, but if you can change those few things that if you can also use a different template, you will really make your work to stand out anyway. But well done. This is good anyway. So well done. Okay. And next person. So next person, your name starts with E, and I don't even know. Yeah, so yeah, okay. All right, I need to address this quickly. Okay, your surname starts with E, right? And you've got H, another name starting with H, another name starting with N, okay? And your postcode ends with 3BU, okay? No, 3RU, rather, 3RU. And your telephone number ends with 2273, 2273, 2273. So, okay. All right. So, okay. So one thing that I can say, right, is first thing, right? So very important. So I don't think you need the three names, or yeah, you only need your first name, right, and your last name, right? And in the UK, right, you put your first name first and your last name last, right? Unlike what you did, right? So I would say put the name that starts with H, right? And then put your surname starting with E, if I'm correct in terms of how your name is. So that's what I can say. So, and then you don't need date of birth on your CV, right? You don't need your sex on your CV, right? Then also good, you put LinkedIn, right? But you only put your name on a LinkedIn. You need to put the link to the LinkedIn. The same thing, you put the Facebook, but you don't need Facebook on your CV, right? So you only need LinkedIn profile. So you put facebook.com/your ID. The same thing you need to do for the LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn.com/your ID, but remove the Facebook. You don't need that, okay? So you don't need that in there. So yeah, the profile, if you can add more to the profile, that will be good, okay? So I think maybe double the one that you have in there will be good anyway. So, but another thing that you need to look into, having gained a decade. So you need to put A at the beginning of that. Yeah. So, and apply myself to, apply myself to the vast project. So yeah, so if you could do that, then certificate, there's a typo there in the, yeah, professional qualification certificate. So you omitted I, all right, in the certificate. If you can look into that. I like how you arranged the certificate, which is good anyway. So it's brilliant. So the one with Nigeria, just remove Nigeria, to be honest. So you will leave the certificate, you leave it, just say, okay, for instance, let's say London Business School, just leave it and remove the Nigeria. And to be honest, I don't think you need to put the country on those area anyway. So if that's okay. So, and Blue Sky, to be honest, you put website, or you put http://admin@blueskystudy.com. That is totally wrong. And I would say just remove it completely anyway. So yeah, if that's fine. because one way or the other, you did not work on blueskycitadel.com, right? It's a different project that you worked on anyway. So if you can remove that, that'll be good anyway. So, okay. Yeah, so even if you want, yeah, so for instance, the project that you worked on with MentorSkid, so, and the website for that one is mentorskid.com anyway, so it's not Blue Sky. So Blue Sky is a consultancy anyway, so yeah. So, and okay. So the next one, it says support worker. I would just say support officer, if that makes sense, instead of worker, right? So which I think is a bit yeah, close to the one that you did at the top as well. So if you can, yeah, and then bring out the one that kind of related to support and projects in there. So if that is fine. So okay. So the next role, you put senior management, but what role is that anyway? I know if for Nigeria, we have this big role, but what exactly is it? It took me a while to actually kind of get it because for Nigerian mentality, we just have, what's it called? Manager, senior manager, AD or something like that. But what is that in the UK is different actually. We don't normally do that. We actually use a specific role, right? If you can look at that role, right? So it could be like a business strategy manager or business strategy officer or something like that. Do you get it now? Not like because SM is so generic. So you need to look into that. So, but I think the only thing I can say is on the first role, the project officer role, right? If you can put more information in there, right? Because I think you did a lot within the project, right? I think you should be able to put a lot of responsibility. I'm really not happy when people are not able to put, I don't know why, maybe you just feel like I need to put 3 or 4, or you just feel like, okay, I don't know. If you say you don't know, because I've given a task for some people for you to do 20 like is it 20 or 10, yeah, your responsibility you can use from those ones that you've done, right? So yeah, so if you can look into that, but this is a bit okay, it's close to what you should do, right? But I think you just need to look at for a few things that you need to do in there. So but whether okay, so another, so the next person, your CV, okay, your CV, okay, your name starts with E and your surname starts with O and your email starts with E and end with E at gmail.com. Your telephone number ends with 5862. Your postcode ends with 5AZ. 5AZ. That's your postcode. I love the format of the CV. It's good, it's tidy, which is brilliant, actually. So, yeah. So then, okay, personal statement. So one thing that I can say is like, okay, you put, so if on your CV, and for instance, the number of years that you put in there, I'll be silent. Do you get it now? Let them go into the requirement and find out. So right, I won't put that at the beginning of the CV. Do you get it now? So if you remove that, yeah, Scrum Master with experience in blah, blah, or Scrum Master with keen ability to understand. Do you get it now? So I think that will be better. So if yeah, and developing client-centric products and features. So that should be plural. So and yeah. So and also if you look at if I build complex system and focus on not focusing on focus on removing impediments, if that's okay. So and yeah. So an experienced Scrum Master with a proven track record. So not with a proven track record and successful projects in yeah. So if you can put that in there. So one thing that I want to say is the education part. Okay, this key part is good, but you can still put more, but I think is good. The education part, you put the date at the top, right? I won't do that first. I will put the, let's say, okay, LLB, blah, 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 then the date at the end. The date can align to the right part, okay? So yeah, for instance now, Bachelor of Arts, Law, University of blah, 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 January, blah, blah, blah. So on the same line like that. So that would mean that education will be in two lines. Yeah. So that's what you should do. Yeah. So then work experience. I like the layout, is good, really brilliant on that one. So okay. Yeah, I don't know what you put 3, but I would because you only have one experience, right? So that you want to, yeah, play out on this particular CV. For you, I would say you should put at least 10 responsibility in there. You need to make it meaty, if that's fine. Okay, you need to do that. That's important. And so the certification and training, right? You can bring them to the top after the education so that they kind of align together, if that's fine. So, but I think this is good. Well done anyway, but you can, yeah, make those corrections. So next person, okay, oh, I'm actually struggling with time. So next person, your name starts with J, right? Your name starts with J, and your surname starts with A, okay? And your telephone number ends with 9725, and your email starts with D and ends with n@yahoo.com. Your telephone number ends with 9725. So yeah, I like the title. It's good. You put your name, you put the address, you put your telephone number, email address, nationality, and everything, which is brilliant. And profile looks good as well. Experience also. So I think, oh, done. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think, yeah, I really don't. I'm lost now because you've kind of mixed everything together, right? So, okay, you put experience. Okay, let's say experience first, okay? Blah, 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 from blah, 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 blah. So you don't need ongoing, okay? Because you don't say I work and it's ongoing. Just, yeah, put the start date and then to present, that's fine. So, okay. So, and yeah, remove the ongoing and just say start to present anyway. So, and you need to, yeah. So I do that, blah, blah. No, that's not how to do that. You need to put that in bullet points. Okay. You need to put them in bullet points. Develop competence in, yeah, develop competency in blah, blah. And moreover, oh, no, I wouldn't actually say develop competency because it's like you're developing competency, but I'm talking about what you actually did. Do you get it now? So you need to rephrase this. Yeah. For instance, extracted valuable insight through data processing and reporting. That is brilliant, right? But that should be a bullet point on its own as well. Or created dashboard for summary, says, blah, blah. That is a bullet point on its own, right? Provide insight into a specific category, that should be a bullet point on its own. With SQL, right? Using SQL function, blah, 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 to, yeah, that should be a bullet point. So I think you need to look at, yeah, how to do the experience with bullet points. This still need some work, okay? And the same thing about the next one as well. So IT tools, okay, I think there should be more than that anyway. So if you can look into that. So, okay. And then also at the beginning of the page, of the IT tools. I wouldn't just say IT tools, I'll just say tools, right? Because all tools that you're going to use are IT anyway. So, okay, so remove the first bullet point because there's nothing there. Skills profile, okay? So I think that is fine. Even you did more on the same thing that you did in the skills profile, do the same thing for the experience, actually, right? So you can see the bullet points like that. So that's what you need to do. Even in the education, you do the same thing, but you kind of let yourself down in the experience, which is more important, to be honest. So having said that, in the education for chemical engineering, blah, 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 right, 2019. So you need to, reduce the indent of that particular bullet point so that it aligns with other ones as well. So yeah, I think this is still needs, yeah. So for instance, in the education, right, I can't see that. Where's that? So even your education profile is not, yeah, it should be pronounced actually, right? So you need a bit of work on that one. So even for the education, you don't need all this one. You just need to, okay, make engineering, right? Blah, 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 first class. Do you get it now? And the courses and everything at the bottom, you don't need them again anyway. So I think, yeah, you need to review that one and supply it again. Quickly going to the next one. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, I got the last person anyway. So, okay, let me check you quickly. So yeah, okay. This person, yeah, your CVs, yeah, your name rather starts with A. You got three names, okay? You got three names there, okay? And your telephone number ends with 4290, 4290. Email address ends with 54@gmail.com, right? So yeah, unless this is for Nigeria, right? One, in the UK, you don't need date of birth, okay? That is one. But of course, I don't, yeah, because it's possible you might be applying to Nigeria. So yeah, so and I like the format, but you need to be careful in terms of it shifting around anyway. So, but the format looks okay, all right? So, and competency. So the competency part look a bit faded, okay? So if you can make it a bit not light, because I think it's like faded anyway. So okay, blah blah blah. So quality assurance intern, you don't need to mention intern, just say quality assurance, that is fine, or software testing, that's okay. So okay, blah blah, that's fine. Okay. All right, I think that's fine. I'll leave this right now because it seems it's targeted to a different place. But it looks good. It looks nice, but that's fine. But just make those corrections anyway, so that will be good anyway. So and your address that you put in there, so ensure that the name of the address starts with capital and the street also is capital. And yeah, so if that's fine, yeah, so that's okay. So I think last but not the least, so I'm not sure that you've got that here now. Okay, who was the person that asked to put the CV on? I'm not sure.
Albert.
Albert, okay, yeah, thank you. Albert, have you done that? Okay, if not, I think, yeah. So I
Yes, I've
know
done that.
I can't see your name, all right. So what name did you put there? What? Okay, I think I can see it now. Okay, I'm going to quickly do that right now. Okay. Okay. Okay, based on, I don't know, I think this is not a UK number. Okay, I would, yeah. But one, if it's UK, and I know it's a Europe number anyway, so it's a different country anyway, but that's fine. So one thing that, okay, I think I've got other people as well. Okay, let me do one and I'll do another one as well. So quickly, uh, okay, I think I've got other people. So I think some people already just sent their ones as well. I'll just do them quickly. Okay, one. Okay, this person, yeah, this another person. This person, okay, because I just want to mix them up anyway. So your telephone number ends with 7212, 7212, and your emails ends with ea@gmail@yahoo.com. Okay, so I need to review this CV again. It's still not, I think there's something that you are mixing anyway, because I know I've done this before. It's still not. So can you look at the, oh, yeah, you need to look uh, at the formatting first, okay? Look at the formatting for the header looks okay now. The professional summary is better or okay. The course key is good, but one more often the title of your professions, right? And blue, it doesn't kind of align properly. So I would prefer that there's no bullet points. You say date, right? The name of the company, and also, yeah, the role, okay? Or you start with the name of the company, which is what I'll prefer. Start with the name of the company, put the role, and then the name on the date at the end. So, but everything should be on the same line. So please do that fixes and then submit it again quickly. So, okay, the next person, your telephone number ends with 4242. The telephone number ends with 4242. And your surname starts with S, okay? And your email ends with you@gmail.com, you@gmail.com. And your telephone number ends with 4242, okay? So one thing, right? Yeah, putting what's it called? Passport photographs on CV is not something that we do in the UK. I'm not sure about other European countries anyway, so I would review based on what I know. Okay, so yeah, but the profile looks okay. So, but most people, I do that as well in my CV, but they've advised me to remove it. So on your profile, you use I am enthusiastic about. So I think just remove the I am and just say enthusiastic about blah blah blah. So yeah, so that's fine. So experience, okay, date, blah blah. You don't need to say art. Do you get it now? So you don't need to put the art there. You put the role, you put the company. So no, you are not with prep major, okay? So you need to remove that, okay? So yeah, in not with prep major, so don't put that as there, okay? So you need to use it's blue sky, okay? And if you can expand the requirement as well to increase more, okay, that would be good as well. So, and yeah, expand the requirement. And another thing I can see you put the IT skills, right? I would say IT skills and tools, okay? So that is fine. So you put IT skills and tools if you can put that like that. So, and they don't need to be bold, right? So I think, yeah, it will be good if they are not bold. And the soft skills, certifications, yeah, that is good. Education is fine. Okay, so I think it's fine. So if you can make that corrections, that will be good anyway. So thank you. So availability, I'm not sure whether you need that, because are you going to be changing the month every time? So I don't think you need that anyway. So yeah, if you can change that. So quickly, the last person, your your name starts with D and your surname starts with Y, okay? And your telephone number ends with 1825, and your email starts with M and ends with @gmail.com, okay? So objective looks okay. Yeah, like I said to the other guy as well, you need to remove the I can be relied upon. To be honest, that even you can, yeah, frequently praised, you need to kind of rephrase that anyway. So you don't need those one. Frequently praised as hardworking, blah, blah. Those one you can remove and rephrase anyway. Soft skills, IT skills, I think you need a brief of, yeah, you need to redo those ones and put bullet points on those ones. Okay. So professional experience, yeah. So I think you only put 5, but it's okay anyway. So you can expand that if you want to. Okay, I think that it's fine anyway. So okay, I think that's everyone for now. So yeah, yeah, so I think that is it. Okay, all right, that's everyone anyway. So time up. Okay, so please ensure that you send your CV before 7 o'clock, okay? Before 7 o'clock on Thursday, if you want to review it. And I can see some people are just kind of sending it right now. I won't do that once I've logged in, okay? I've just done this one today, but I won't do that next time, okay? So all right, so I think you can stop recording.